If we look at the line of planets, it's pretty obvious that the closest planet to Earth should either be Venus or Mars. But is it? Short answer, no. And here's why. It makes sense why most think that Venus is the closest to the Earth. Multiple renowned websites, including NASA's, either use tricky wordplay or just claim Venus to be the closest to the Earth. But that is far from the root of the issue. The thing is, the question, which planet is the closest to Earth, is not a good question for one reason. It is not precise. Planets move, so planet A could be close to Earth one day, then planet B could be the closest to Earth another day. This question, hence, must be split up into three more precise questions, which are 1. Which planet comes the closest to the Earth? 2. Which planet stays the closest for the longest time? And 3. Which planet has the shortest average distance to Earth? Before we continue, I would like to point out that this video has chapters in the timeline, so you could skip ahead if you pleased. Here, the answer is simpler. All you must do is see the distance between the closest points on the orbits of Earth and its neighboring planets. Measuring between Mars and Earth, we get about 56 million kilometers. Measuring between Earth and Venus, we get about 38 million kilometers. So we have an obvious winner here. Venus is the closest to Earth. Now to the more interesting question of the day. Being the closest planet to the Earth means that it's supposed to have the shortest average distance compared to other planets. Running a simulation, we see that Mercury has a small orbit. Because of this, its distance from any planet doesn't really vary that much, giving it a lower average distance relative to other planets. Sure, other planets do come closer to the Earth, such as Venus and Mars, marginally closer even. But because they're closer only for a shorter period than Mercury, the closest planet to the Sun also becomes the closest planet to Earth. But the surprises do not stop there. Even as far as Neptune, the larger orbits of other planets means that, even if by a tiny amount, Mercury has the lowest average distance to it. Hence, Mercury is the closest planet to every single thing that orbits the Sun. It's simple, really. Unsurprisingly, the answer to this question is Mercury too, since other planets that are closer to the Earth, such as Venus and Mars, sweep by Earth over a relatively short period, whilst Mercury stays the closest to the Earth over half the time. The same logic that shows that Mercury has the shortest average distance for everything that orbits the Sun also shows that Mercury stays the closest for the longest time for everything that orbits the Sun. So now that you're enlightened, ask your friends what the closest planet to Earth is. Watch them get it wrong, then send them this video with pride, knowing that you know more than them. To answer the main question, orbits, not distance, is how one planet can be the closest to the rest. With that, thank you for watching.